Let's look at installing Tidio, a live chat widget that is on your website like this one over here. There's an alternative to having WhatsApp. So for people who don't want to have WhatsApp for business, such as myself, I have installed a live chat widget called Tidio. Now Tidio is free. There are free levels and there's also paid levels, but for the average website, the free level is sufficient. So let me show you how to install it, how to customize it, so that your visitors to your website have an easy way to contact you without having to fill out forms, without clicking on an email, sending emails. They can just have a quick chat with you. Now you don't need to be live all the time. You can set specific hours that this widget comes up, or you have it on all the time, and when somebody fills it out, you get an email. The name live chat might seem a bit intimidating to some people, but it is a much quicker way to help your visitor than traditional email and forms. So this tutorial is specifically for WordPress. In the back of your WordPress website, head over to Plugins and click on Add New. Then you need to search the plugins for Tidio. And it should come up in your results, the first one. And if you see this icon at name, click on Install Now. Once it's installed, click on Activate. And now on the left-hand side, you can see Tidio Chat. You can go ahead and click on there. And it's going to prompt you to create a free account. Go ahead and create your account if you do not have one already, and then I will see you inside. If this is a new account, then you would create a new project. If you already have one on another website, or you would like to use a previous website that you've already used, you can select it there. Let's go and create a new project. You'll be redirected to the Tidio website, and you can go ahead and fill out the prompt. Your name, your color scheme, as close as possible to your brand, or something contrasting so that it's very easy to see. On my website, my colors are more turquoisey, so the contrast of this pinky orange peach color makes it stand out more so people can see it easily. Let's go with the purple. Choose your chat language and click on Continue. Next, you need to go through these prompts so that they can personalize their experience with you. So what is your main focus? Is it you want to solve customer problems? You want to increase sales? So this is then a lead generator. I would say it is to solve customers' problems. And how do you want to do that? You want to talk to them, or you want to automate the conversations? I highly recommend that it's you who does the talking, because it's then a more personal interaction. And I'm sure you have experience when bots, i.e. these automated conversations, are not helpful and actually even more irritating than anything. So please click I want to talk to customers. How many support agents will you use? If it's just you, then you can just put one, or however many. If you've got some other people that will be helping you with the chat, that's also fine, you add them in there. What's your industry? You would choose beauty and wellness if you're in the retreat industry. How many inquiries do you get monthly? Of course, you wouldn't know this because you haven't had a chat, but also have a think about any inquiries that come through your website and so on. You could just start with 0, just getting started. This is purely for the setup phase. It doesn't actually change too much in the setup. Click on Continue. It's going to prompt you to set up your first chatbot. You can set it so that they ask to have a closer look at your offer. I find that a bit intrusive. When you want to build a relationship, you don't want to just bombard them with an offer. You can ask them if they'd like to order a phone call. I'm also not too excited about that. But if you just want to greet them, so when they first arrive on your website, it says, "Hi there, if you need any assistance or do you have any questions, please reach out. I'm always here." You can customize this message. and do that on the top here. Let's say, hi, if you have any questions, send us a message. And then click on save. Next, you'll go to install widget. And it will redirect you back to the back end of your website. So you've done the main setup, and next you can open the Tidio panel. You have two choices. One is first of all, it will open in your web browser, but you can also download the app for your desktop and your phone, and it will look like this. A little icon down there, so that when you do have any messages that come through, you will be notified in your Tidio app as well. But let's just continue on the web browser dashboard, because that would be your first step anyway. So you have added the widget to your website, so you can see you'll have a tick. Then it will prompt you to go to the next step, to start the conversation. And then you can also simulate it so that you can see what it would be like. So this is on my demo site. When somebody first arrives on your website, you will have that little icon come up and message and a little bell. You can disable the bell if it's too intrusive. You don't want to do that. We can do that and change that in the settings. But this will come up as a prompt for visitors. Now we can take off this big message if you don't want it and you just want the icon like I've got on my website, and I'll show you how to do that. But if you want to simulate the conversation, if someone would click on that, this is what they would get. They will get a picture, so we need to upload your profile image. You'll get a greeting, hi there, we reply immediately, or you can change this to reply as soon as possible on working hours. And just so you can see how it all works. You can disable this, but you can set it so that it asks for an email address. Now this is because if you are not online, you will receive an email with this person's message. So we need to have their email address so you can interact with them. And you can also have this little sign up for our newsletter, and then you can add that person to your list. So this will be your dashboard when you have your account set up. You will see all of your in your inbox, all of your conversations. They will come up here and you can join the conversation and literally answer there. Or as I said, in your app, you can also have a conversation with them, or you can reply in the email that you receive. So that was the inbox. In your dashboard, it will still prompt you to go to different steps. If you want to set up a chat box, you can do that there. We don't need that. We don't want chat bots. You can then also connect Tidio to your Facebook Messenger and Instagram, so you handle all those messages in one place. Not necessary to do that. And then it will prompt you to download the apps like I mentioned. So skip for now and go to main dashboard. This overall dashboard will show you how many leads you acquired in the month, your limit. You're on when you first start, you have the full plan, but on a free 7-day trial, and then it gets reduced. This is your chatbot setup. These are your visitors. You'll have a list of visitors there as well. Your contacts that come through there, and then your analytics if you want to dive into them. We just need to do some more setups. So let's just go down to settings. And here on the live chat appearance, you can then change again the color. This will give you a preview on the right hand side. You can change this we reply immediately to as soon as possible. Then you can see it updating on the right hand side, so you can see what it would look like. You can change the side of the widget on the left or the right hand side of the page. You can have a button label or not. Let's just have it if you're online. The button label would disappear, so when somebody arrives on the page, they will just have this little widget. They won't have the hi, welcome, chat with us. You can also disable the sound when somebody arrives. and you can click on save. And then you can also show the widget only on specific pages or disable it on some pages where you don't want to be there. You can also set it up so that if you are not online, so if you're offline, it will not show the icon, or you can leave it on. And if you're offline, you can adjust your hours. Like you say, I just want to be shown as online from 9 until 1. But if somebody contacts you at 4 via the chat, they would then get this message. But you can have a dig through all of this and customize as you wish, so that it's in the tone of voice of your brand. And then this is the pre-chat survey where they ask for the email. You can also include that they sign up for the newsletter if they would like. And that is pretty much the basic setup that you would need. All right, I encourage that you either install a live chat app like Tidio or WhatsApp so that you can communicate easier with your visitors.